top earning woman in music. She makes around $105 million, or at least she did last year. So along with all those riches, fame also brings bizarre allegations, like the lady who went to court accusing Beyonce of practicing extreme witchcraft.
Beyonce sure can cast a spell with her performances. But is she also practicing witchcraft? In head-scratching court papers, Kimberly Thompson, a former drummer for the singer's all-girl band, is accusing Beyonce of, get this, extreme witchcraft and magic spells and the murder of my pet cat. She's actually filed a restraining order against the star. Sounds kooky, right? And that's probably why a judge immediately denied Thompson's request for a restraining order. There's always been whispers that Beyonce belongs to some kind of secret society. They point to hand signals like this as an example of her communicating cryptic messages. But the accusations of witchcraft take things to a whole new strange level.
Yeah, and when I see things like this, I feel like I feel sad for Beyonce, because it's pathetic that she has to be accused of witchcraft. Like, I'm a Beyonce fan for sure. Yeah, her hair care line is very expensive, but like, if someone got it for me, I think I for sure I would appreciate it, but I don't need it, because I already have hair care that I enjoy. But like, no, I'm not gonna get it because it's expensive, and it's more expensive than I wanted it to be. But like, I've always been a Beyonce fan, and I feel like people like this woman judging her, saying that she's rich, is jealous. People like this are jealous of Beyonce. And, it's sad because, you can't keep everyone happy. And I'm glad that the court denied her case, because it's pathetic. And she needs to be mentally evaluated. And no, I don't have any crystal. Well, no, I don't know if I have any crystals, actually. I might have some amethyst. I might have some, like, rose quartz or whatever. But that, I don't think it's anything wrong with that. They're in your jewelry, they're in your decorations or whatever. But like, I don't have a portal box. And I don't have different witch related things. But like, I don't care if people do. If people have those, I'm not judging. I would not say that I would hate them just because they had those. And the whole thing, something about Christianity sometimes, at least Black Christianity, I haven't really seen it in other races. I haven't seen, but it could be there. It doesn't mean it's not there, but it could be there. It's just I don't see it. Like, I don't see other race people, not usually. Only I've seen one white girl accuse Beyonce of witchcraft or something like that. Really stupid, but she's very poor, and she's jealous of Beyonce, And so I took offense to that, and I think I did tell her that, hey, that was offensive. You're being racist. She's a so-called Christian. You're being a racist bitch again. You can stop. She's Beyonce. Like, you're just angry that she's Beyonce. She's a person of color and she's rich. It's pathetic. It makes me angry. And so, yeah, I wasn't afraid to say that to her. And I think I don't care if she likes me or not. I think she probably doesn't. I feel sorry that she married a Black man to begin with. But, like, sorry for her kids and family, because she really doesn't like Black people. Signs of racism like that. That's clear racism. You have a problem with Beyonce because she's beautiful, she's rich, and she's Black. And then you've got the fucking nerve to marry a Black guy. Like, you're fucked up, you're messed up. And you don't have any business being with a Black guy. You need to go be with a white guy. Do everyone a favor, So, So it's ridiculous. She's a mom, like, and that's the trash that marries a black man, and said, the same people who say, "Oh, Beyonce is so arrogant," and black people are so arrogant. Oh, is it black people who are arrogant? Anyone of any color can be arrogant. It's got nothing to do with color. You piece of trash, And so, like, I just think sometimes Christianity is the crutch that some Christian assholes use as an excuse to say that, "Oh, I'm a Christian and I don't follow Beyonce because I'm a Christian." You're not a Christian. You're a bitch, And you don't follow Beyonce because you're a bitch. You're just stupid, And I'm done with Christians being jealous, being petty, being immature, and anyone. Usually, most of the time, black people do like Beyonce. If you have a problem with Beyonce, yeah, you have a problem with me, because I am a Beyonce fan. I've been singing like since I was a kid, and mostly in the church, yeah. And I find it very offensive when people, um, well, really from anywhere, have something stupid to say about Beyonce. She's been here living her whole life to try to make everyone happy musically. That's what she's done. She's entertained us for years. She's danced and drained herself and traveled this whole world for years just for you to be a piece of shit. Like, she's Beyonce. And it pisses me off. Yeah, it does piss me off because, even though my family, they used to want me to be a celebrity singer and travel the world. And it never was really my plan, but like, I think I wouldn't like the traveling so much. Local, I like local more. I'm not big on traveling. I'm not a fan. But if I had to travel, I think I would. But I like local a lot more. But like, like, um, it frustrates me because like the same white so-called fake Christian crap girl who married a black guy, who no, married a black guy is no in the church. She goes drilling in on Beyonce, and you are a threat when you're Beyonce. I'm probably a threat to her too because she doesn't really like me either, and she doesn't even know me. The Christianity, for some people, it makes them worse, and she's one of those people. It messes her up. Like, she can't stand Beyonce. She doesn't really like me either. She doesn't like me either. I don't care if she likes me or not, but like, she can't sing. She tries to sing. She can't sing for shit. Like, I'm a great singer. People compare me to a young version of Kiki Wyatt, the mixed race girl singer, half black. I don't know where she's from. I think she's half black, half white or something. That's a compliment. Sometimes, a few times I've gotten compared to Beyonce and other people, but usually not to Beyonce, more to Kiki Wyatt, because my range is high. And, like, she tries to sing and she's got a horrible voice, this white girl. And my point in making this short video is that you can be in the church and you can find so many pieces of crap people in the church. And like, it's shocking because you wanted to find people who weren't such trash, And I do label her as a racist because when you have an issue with Beyonce and you don't even know Beyonce, you are ridiculous. You're not talented. You have a problem with rich black people, and it drains me. It kind of drains me to some extent. because the Christian people, you expect them to have the love of Christ. They don't have the love of Christ, not all the time. And love of Christ loves Beyonce, loves Beyonce. And when you're a singer, for sure you get a different attitude from women that other people don't really get and they don't understand. Like, yeah, when you're attractive, but when you sing too, it's like a whole different ball game of different reactions that you get. And so it's like, and when they're Christian, and when I think I can let it slide maybe sometimes when if it's a person of color, because I think maybe Oral Roberts University private Christian college, maybe a few times there was some mixed race girls, part black, who said things about Beyonce. That's totally different. For me, that's different because you are part black. So it didn't seem offensive. But when you're mixed, yeah, you can say things about Beyonce. When you're a person of color in general, you can say things about Beyonce, and maybe I won't get offended, but like, I might not like you as much as before, but like, at least you're a person of color. But like, when a white person says something about Beyonce, I take more offense. Yes, I do, because like, I'm a person of color, and I feel like when you are a person of color, no matter what walk of life, what kind of money you make, white people hang off of you like no one else. They're there to suck the life out of you, like, oh, to decide when you're a teenager, oh, she's an arrogant teenager. Oh, she's got too much money as a teenager. She's snobby because she doesn't really talk, and like they're there to hang off of your every move and everything you do. And I cannot stand white people who have anything to say about Beyonce. Yeah, if you're gonna be around me, you're gonna have to say nice things about Beyonce, or we're not gonna be friends. If you're gonna be white, yeah. And so my friends who are around me, the white ones that I know, for the white guy from Greece, yeah, he says nice things about Beyonce because he knows that if he didn't, that I would slap him. Because it's trash. It's trash. It's total trash when you sit there and you dissect our Beyonce. She's our Beyonce. She's our fucking joy. I'm a person of color. Give me something. Let me have my joy. Let me have what I want to have. And so, I just can't stand when white people take off their racism on Beyonce. you know? And so I know a white guy, he goes, I like Beyonce. I kind of have a crush on Beyonce. And this is a white guy I have known, and he's like, and yeah, you're going to have a crush on Beyonce, or you're going to get the hell out of my face, like, I need you to like her. Like, and so, like, I just feel like, I feel insulted, let's say, when I don't know someone, when I don't know a white girl, and she has some shit to say about Beyonce, yeah, I feel deeply insulted. Especially when you married a black guy and you have mixed race black children that you have no business having. You have racial tensions already showing up, and it's sad for your kids because your kids are gonna they're part black, they're gonna like Beyonce. Of course they're gonna like Beyonce when they get a chance to see Beyonce. And if they're gonna have to sneak around seeing Beyonce, they're gonna have to sneak seeing her on TV or whatever, chances are. And then finally, when they see her, they're going to like her. And they're going to feel jaded because they had a mom who has withheld the Beyonce from them. And that's miserable. I think that's a terrible thing to do to your children. When you have kids, if you have kids, you should not be monitoring them so much. You shouldn't have them on a leash so much. Like, they need recreative things to do. They need entertainment, you know. And Christians, a lot of times I feel like Christians, they take entertainment away from their kids starting at such early ages. They have you only listening to Christian music sometimes, and they put you in like a prison, and you can't relate to your classmates when you go to school. You think, oh, who is that? I never heard of that person, that secular singer. And I think they ostracize you, and they shouldn't do that to you. You deserve a lot better than that. And, I've seen a lot of different celebrities. I've seen Keisha, the Keisha girl, who's a white celebrity. She's a singer that I like, but I don't sit around dissecting white celebrities. And guess who doesn't either? White people. They don't dissect their own white fucking celebrities because they're white. Yeah, it's some blatant racism that you see. You'll notice that white people, they don't have anything to say about a white celebrity because they feel like, oh, I see a white celebrity, I feel more respect for her just because she's white. Yeah, they don't do that. And I don't just be dissecting random celebrities of any race. But when they come for Beyonce, yeah, I have a problem with that. And we might not be getting along, and you don't have to know me or whatever. I don't miss you at all. I'm popular, you know.